You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we got a little breaking news in here. A couple of different tidbits. Breaking news involving Jimmy Garoppolo. NFL free agency tampering period just opened up 3 minutes ago. As you can expect, we're monitoring all avenues at this time, particularly for Aaron Rodgers. And, by the way, this can affect the New York Jets as well, okay? Because word is the New York Jets are also interested in Jimmy Garoppolo if they do not land Aaron Rodgers, and that may end up jacking up the price. But we got a couple of things involving Jimmy Garoppolo that are in. Number one, did a video on this the other day, but it has been, I guess you could say we have a layer of confirmation on it. The Raiders and Texans are expected to pursue Jimmy Garoppolo. The tweet from Adam Schefter, and this is, it's Florio. Adam Schefter of ESPN.com, likely a product of a tweet from Garoppolo's agent, Don Yee. Quote, when the negotiating window for free agency opens in under an hour, the Texans and Raiders are expected to pursue the former 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Per league sources, the Jets could get in, but they're in wait-and-see mode right now. The Jets are willing to wait because of Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Still hasn't said whether he's willing to accept a trade to the Jets. Really, unless someone is going to give Garoppolo a major commitment on a multi-year deal, the better approach would be to go to Miami and serve as a number 2 to Tua Tagovailoa. Really, why would he do that when he's arguably a better quarterback? I would not do that at all if I was him. And Dov Kleiman came out and said there is an update. 49ers quarterback is seeking more than $25 million per year in free agency, and that is according to Albert Breer. And I got to be honest with you, that there's talk that that's really going to get up probably closer to something like 30 to 32 million. And if you look at where everybody is rated right now as far as quarterback salaries, it's sort of a steal. It's sort of a steal when you consider Jimmy Garoppolo's actual numbers in his career. 40-17 starting, 7-3 last year, career 67% completion. He's still got under 15,000 yards, 87 touchdowns, 42 picks. And, of course, the big knock on Jimmy is always going to be, can Jimmy Garoppolo actually stay healthy? That's going to be your problem here, right? If he can stay healthy, you got potential for Jimmy to go out there and win a lot of games for your club. We can draw natural lines here. We've talked about for the Texans, D'Amico Ryans, formerly just of the 49ers. Obviously, Jimmy was starting quarterback there for a long time. Nick Caserio, the general manager there, was I think he was director of player personnel with the New England Patriots when they drafted Jimmy Garoppolo, okay? And Caserio is also down there with Ryans in Houston. The other quarterback on that team is Davis Mills. I don't know, and that's something we haven't talked about. Davis has been the starting quarterback there. I don't know if they might consider trading Davis Mills somewhere else if they were to sign Jimmy Garoppolo, although Davis Mills, I think, is probably, although he has flashed, he's probably ultimately a backup quarterback, so maybe he just stays. And then you've got the Las Vegas Raiders. You got Josh McDaniels, who also coached Jimmy Garoppolo with the Patriots. Makes a lot of sense for that kind of money. That's a pretty good offensive group out there. Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. Raiders make some sense because of that connection with McDaniels. 25 to 32 million a year. Not a lot of money now. Not a lot of money. I mean, when Daniel Jones is getting 40 million average now, That Daniel Jones contract has got some fluff in it. It's heavily weighted on the front end. Back end gets a little better. The actual average salary, the first 3 years, I believe, is 37.5, but then it jumps to 48 in the fourth year, and it drove the numbers on that deal up. Kind of an agent-driven, look and see how much money Daniel Jones got when it wasn't quite that high. Jimmy is going to get something down around what Geno Smith got, and I mean, I think that's fair for Garoppolo. He's got a lengthier history of performance versus Geno and of winning versus Geno. 2 NFC Championship appearances, 1 Super Bowl appearance. Again, the knock on Jimmy Garoppolo is always going to be, can he stay healthy? I don't know. We're continuing to watch. I will do one quick before I get off of here. Refresh, make sure that there's nothing that is broke as far as Aaron Rodgers while I'm actually recording this video. And then I can just put it in. Also, interesting rumors involving the Commanders and Lamar Jackson. Because ironically enough, Daniel Snyder could sign Lamar and not have to pay for it. You might be like, wait, what? He could put the money over in the escrow, but if he sells the team, that payment doesn't have to be delivered till 2024. In theory, he could go after Lamar, get Lamar, and then the payment will become the issue of the next owner of the Washington Commanders. Very interesting tidbit. Just found that out. And see, that's the thing. When you give these large guaranteed deals, you got to move the money over into escrow. You got to have actual dollars to pay these large guaranteed deals. Okay, which is kind of what was so jarring about the Deshaun Watson deal and the fully guaranteed was all the money that had to be allocated, actual money, over into escrow in order to deal with the guarantees involving Deshaun Watson's contract, which just got renegotiated, by the way. Player can't do anything about that. There's language in every single NFL contract that allows the team to come back and renegotiate that contract and move money around in the contract. The reason the Commanders came up was because some believe that when the free agency period opens for Lamar, we shouldn't probably get much news on Lamar till Wednesday, which is when teams can literally move in and start negotiating. But that came up because when they renegotiated and they re-signed Daron Payne, some believe it freed up $10 million to be able to go after Lamar Jackson. I guess we'll see. I don't know. So even though this was going to be a Jimmy Garoppolo video, I guess it also turned into a Lamar Jackson video. There it is. Commanders, in theory, could go after Lamar Jackson, and Dan Snyder would not be on the hook for the payment. Isn't that wild? But that is a fact. And an owner, especially a Bezos, let's just say it's Jeff Bezos. You know, he purchases the team for $7 billion. He's got a superstar quarterback already on the roster. And yes, Lamar Jackson would be very popular in Washington. Very, very, very popular in Washington. And he's gonna fill the seats up, guaranteed. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Wow, covered Jimmy and Lamar real fast. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.